Tim's a busy guy between watching Gert and a little bit of rain that's coming in.
Yeah, we do have some unsettled weather continuing. Really been the same trend for the past couple of days. Today is the last day of it. Better weather on the way for tomorrow and Thursday. But let's start off down in the tropics. We have our second hurricane of the season. This is Gert, looking pretty good there on the satellite imagery this morning. Nice and healthy system over the warm waters of the Gulf Stream. But notice the band of clouds to the north of that system there. That is that stalled out front that's been bringing us all the unsettled weather. That's going to be some good news for us in terms of not seeing an influence from Gert here. This is going to shift it off towards the north and east and out into sea, something we call a fish storm, not affecting any land masses at all. Just pretty to watch there on the satellite imagery. Here's the track on it from the Hurricane Center. Latest update has it just barely a Category 1. You need winds of 74 miles an hour to be considered a hurricane. It's got 75-mile-an-hour winds. Tracks north and then gets pushed off to the north and east as it rides northwards into the Canadian Maritimes and then eventually falls apart, so not affecting any land masses at all. We have another system way out in the eastern parts of the Atlantic. Not a whole lot to look at just now, just an unorganized area of thunderstorms that's trying to get itself better organized. But in the long term, the next 5 days, Hurricane Center says, it's moving into an area that has low wind shear and very warm sea surface temperatures, both ingredients that you need for some development. So they say 60% chance of that becoming Harvey in the next 5 days or so. And we put some model tracks on it. Each line you see here is a different computer model. And once they get to the Leeward Islands, they kind of split north and south. Most take it south of, say, Hispaniola and take it into the parts of the Caribbean Sea. Others take it north and possibly into the Atlantic at some point in time. This is all the way out to Sunday, so it's not going to be until the middle to end of next week that we see where this thing goes, if it has anywhere near us. All right, here's how it looks this morning, closer to home. You see the fog across downtown Norfolk there, and really thicker and more spots down to Chesapeake and into Suffolk as well. The unsettled weather continues today. More of the trend of the clouds and shower and storm chances, especially in the afternoon, before some gradual clearing builds in tomorrow, leading to my pick of the week here on Thursday. Radar this morning not picking up on a whole lot of activity. Lots of clouds out there and that fog, of course, and there's that stalled out boundary right along the state line. And as long as it stays there, that's going to be the trigger to add some lift to create some showers and storms. Most of it off to the north and west to start the day, but into the afternoon, that activity pushes southeast through Hampton Road, stays with us through the evening commute, and then sags off to the south and east, leading to some clearing by early tomorrow morning. As our winds shift out of the north, the humidity drops just a little bit, but temperatures back up into the mid to upper 80s, a little bit above average for the first time in quite a while. 77 out the door right now, but mighty humid. Look at that dew point, a degree behind, which is what led to a lot of that fog development in the overnight. 75 in Surrey to Newport News down to Chesapeake, 73 in Ahoskie, 79 Williamsburg, and 74 this morning out in Moyock. A few visibilities for you here, down to a half mile in Suffolk to Chesapeake and down to Elizabeth City. Just went up to 3/4 of a mile in Suffolk. So not widespread, but when you run into it, it might be quite dense, so keep an eye on that for this morning. 85, cloudy, warm and muggy today with scattered showers and thunderstorms, especially this afternoon and evening. 74 tonight, mostly cloudy with a few showers early on. Leading into some clearing tomorrow, 86, and then upper 80s to near 90 come Thursday and Friday. The warmest we've been pretty much in the last couple of weeks here. Shower and storm chances go back up, though, with the cold front Friday night into Saturday.